Alright, take two, because I didn't turn my camera on the first time around. So, kid posted another Substack, I've got to post another video. And the only thing I can think to post on right now is my Miracle Mutt. Mainly because she did something right before I came down here trying to figure out what video I was going to make. And, yeah, set up the perfect start to a weekend for me. Getting a little bit ahead of myself though, so we've got to talk about why it's such a big deal. Almost exactly 1 month ago today, May 11th, today is June 12th, so 1 month and 1 day. Getting ready to start working, I work from home, I was at my desk downstairs, and my wife, Angel, calls me upstairs in a tone of voice that lets me know something is not right. Now, the day before, our 3-year-old mini pit, Sophia, was not acting right. She didn't really want to play. She wasn't really moving all that much. If she had to go outside, she would jump down off the couch, get a drink of water, a couple of bites of kibble, go outside and use the bathroom, come back, lay back down on the couch, not move. Totally not like her. So, the next day, I hear that tone of voice. I go upstairs, and she is just dragging ass. Literally. No movement in her back legs whatsoever. It was one of the hardest things I've ever seen. This is a dog that, in the past, has just decided she was super excited because of a noise that was outside and jumped over the couch trying to get to the window. Amazing athleticism on this dog, and she just cannot move her back legs. They are dead underneath her. So I came back downstairs, shut down my computer after telling them that I gotta go take care of my dog, and we hauled ass, trying to get to the nearest vet. Nearest vet, not open yet. They weren't going to be open for 2 hours. The receptionist was just there to set up surgical intakes for the day, but she gave us the closest urgent care. So we rushed there. Just to be seen, $300 off the top. I don't have it. To say that it hit me like a ton of bricks is an understatement. But luckily we were able to borrow it from Angel's aunt and get her in to be seen. Tentative diagnosis from the vet was spinal stroke, which we were not able to confirm because imaging would have been another $2,100, and I'm not borrowing that amount of money from anybody. I will not be able to pay you back. So imaging was not in the cards. We started going ahead with the assumption that spinal stroke was correct. We were told, just in case feeling comes back, it happens with less than 50% of dogs, to where they can walk again and or even feel again. Keep stretching her legs out, just move them underneath her forward and back to their fullest extent to make sure that the ligaments and the tendons don't stiffen up. If you've ever had a cast for any reason, you know what that feeling is. It's not pleasant. So just in case she starts having motion again, do that so that she can actually use it once that sensation comes back. No problem. First few days, hard as hell to say the least. Every couple of hours I was carrying her downstairs, out to the yard, and the only way she could pee was if I held her in my arms and squeezed, like sandwiched her between my shoulder and my forearm to help her express her bladder. Pooping was just not happening. Come Wednesday, she starts getting more and more lethargic as the days are going by. Come Wednesday, she is still not pooping, and Angel and I are having very difficult conversations about the fact that it's very easy to see with how lethargic she's getting, with how much she's not feeling well. If she can't poop, she's getting septic. Right now, we're going to have to make that decision and not let her suffer through that. She was a rescue dog, and she was not treated well by her original owners. And we could not see her going through that kind of pain to end her life when she had enough at the beginning. So on Wednesday morning, we were coming to terms with the fact that we were going to have to make that decision. Fast forward to my lunch break on Wednesday afternoon, and I pick her up, and I've got one arm under her chest, one arm under her belly. I lift, and 1 week before that, if you would have told me that I would have been laughing hysterically out of the happiness I felt having to clean doggy diarrhea out of a white carpet before the stain set in, I'd have told you were out of your mind. But there I was. It was the best feeling in the world. Not the best smell, but the best feeling in the world. And it was uphill from there. We kept on bringing her outside. More than a few accidents in the house, but we keep bringing her outside. We let the vets know that day, look, she is finally going poop. She is on the mend. She's actually starting to get her appetite back. So we keep doing the exercises. She's still not able to hold herself up, though. They decide that that's great. We do want to set you up with a consultancy with our veterinary physical therapist and see if there's anything else that can be done. I want to pause here just a second and repeat that. Veterinary physical therapist is the kind of thing that the first time you hear it, it just makes you wonder where you took all the wrong turns in your life to where that is not your job title. How do I get that gig? What did I do wrong? Anyway, shout out to Best Friends Animal Hospital and Urgent Care. They have taken excellent care of my pet, and you're probably going to have 2 pets as patients from now on. You have been that awesome, and you're real close to my house. The consultancy was able to set me up with a little bit more ideas on what I can do for physical therapy with Sophia, as well as letting me know that someone else had their pet pass, was also paralyzed, and in memory of their pet, they set up a little bit of a fund to where anyone who needs to, if they couldn't afford it, could get laser therapy for their pet to try and help them regain motion. Shout out to you, anonymous stranger. Thank you so much. I cannot say enough good words about you. So we get started with that. And they keep calling to see how we're doing, and the thing that they kept bringing up was that they kept saying, we understand she is a bigger dog. She's not the easiest to bring up and downstairs, so you make the decisions you have to make. And it took me until Thursday to realize what they were trying to do was calm my conscience if we had to put her down because it was just too much to care for her. So I had to stop and set them straight, and at this point I need to give a shout out to another YouTuber. I have never been the most physically fit in my life. Because of a heart problem, I was never able to play as a child. I would get too excited, my heart would start to shut down. I had one 4th grade teacher who even told me I didn't need to come back to his class. He watched me die and come back to life in front of him. He doesn't want to see me again. I passed. So I wasn't really the most fit adult either until I got my heart fixed, and then I started trying, but nothing really stuck. Autism and ADHD, go figure. Until I found a YouTuber by the name of Cody runs a channel called The Stone Circle here on YouTube. He made it fun. One thing I've always been a huge fan of is video games, and one of his things is how to train like a witcher, using calisthenics, sandbags, heavy object carries that you would just find out in the woods. He does have some videos on how to make a system that you can just regularly follow and just do that kind of thing as like an extra day or a spare fun day whenever, not the regular part of training though, but even those are set up like a video game. You're basically setting your original time and then speed run to try and make it faster. Go back and set a new time. For the calisthenic circuits, with sandbags, it's sandbags. Do you really need that much imagination to make picking up a heavy freaking sandbag and tossing it around or carrying it fun? Just a small bit of imagination and you're on an adventure in your basement. And that's what he did for me. And because of that, I went from a person who got winded going up the stairs to I didn't even realize it should have been difficult to pick up a 50-pound mini pit and carry her 20 yards downstairs and back up 5 or 6 times a day. It didn't even register as a warm-up set. So, Cody, thank you again. I've said it in your comment section. I am going to put his link down below for anyone to check out. If you want to try a more fun way of getting into shape, I strongly recommend his channel. To give you an idea of how much of a stand-up guy Cody is, he has released 2 books. You can get him on Amazon. You don't need to. He's made videos deep diving it and showing you what the process is. That's explained in the books. No paywall. You don't have to be a member. They're just there. Strongly recommend you get the books because there's no one better on this platform to support than him, in my opinion. He's at least saved one pet's life. So please get into shape. In the best shape you can. It may save a life. That's all I can say. And again, thank you, Cody. Link in the description. Anyway, back to Miracle Mutt. Shortly after she starts pooping again, we keep doing her exercises, her stretches, we're scratching, and she starts to look back whenever we're scratching her butt. She can feel it. We keep going. I start noticing that whenever I'm switching arms to do it the other side when doing her stretches, she's not collapsing. She's got some strength. Twice a week we're doing those laser therapy sessions. After about a week and a half, she's to where she can stand up for a good 30 seconds. It is awesome. End of that second week, she is able to stand up on her own. She cannot really walk yet, but she can kick those legs up underneath her, take a step with her front legs, kick those legs back up underneath her, take some more steps with her front legs, and get to where she wants to go until she gets to a hardwood or a hard surface floor, carpet, grass. She's great with hard surfaces. There's no traction. Go figure. But she's mobile. I'm there for it. Third week, she's not only standing, but she has figured out how to keep those legs underneath her and keep propping them up. And it was the end of the third week. We were supposed to have our last free therapy session with her, and I completely forgot what day it was when that happened, so we didn't make it. I don't mind. Was able to get a short video and send it to the vet, letting them know I'm not going to reschedule that last therapy session. Put the money for that one back in the pile for someone else. As you can see, she's doing good, and it was a 6-second video of her essentially running to our fence to greet our neighbor. She still can't jump. She still can't run as fast as she wants to be able to compete with her brother for playtime. But she tries. She fights him for balls. She fights him for toys. The thing that she used to like, and that he does still, is we've got a picture window that looks out towards our front yard and the street outside, and they will both stand up there and just look out that window, and God forbid a squirrel come into vision. Garbage truck is Sophia's worst enemy. She has not been able to look out that window for a month. She just cannot keep her feet underneath her to prop herself up on her front legs on the back of the couch like she would need to. Till today. Right before I came down here, Herschel's looking out on the street. And just to play with him before I came down here to write, I open up the curtain a little bit, and Sophia's laying down on Angel's lap. And I prop open that curtain and I say, "What's out there? Is there anything we need to bork at?" And Sophia pops up and manages to get her legs strong enough underneath her in the back to prop her front legs up. And she was on guard looking out that window. Yeah. My birthday's next week, but that was the best present I could have gotten. She's stronger every day. She's not supposed to be able to bounce back like this, especially not in a month. She may not have the speed and power she once did, but she doesn't need it. I look forward to every day with her. I'm going to sign off before I break down and cry.